I think me and Patrick are very like flexible. I think we can play both champions. We kind of arguing of who's playing what, and it's really fun. I really like it.
Hi everyone, this is Tom reporting from the LEC, and with me here is Torre, the support player for Excel Esports. How are you doing, Torre?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. You guys just won pretty well. It's not super convincingly, but comfortably still against SK Gaming. How is that for you?
Oh yeah, it was definitely a really good win for us to pick up here. It's against SK, so it's like one of our main competitors, I guess, for playoffs. So it's really important to pick up those wins because we're not really reliant on winning against the higher ranked teams then, and it's just an important win.
Yeah, last weekend, just as in the start of the LEC Summer Split, you faced, you had a rough schedule. This week it's slowing down a bit more. Did you easily shake off those 2 losses in the first weekend? In week 5?
Yeah, definitely. I think for me it's always important to move on from losses and wins as well. You have to always look forward and prepare for the next match because the season is not that long and there's not really a lot of time to have a break. And we played against Rogue and Mad Lions, which were rank 1 teams, and of course it would be nice to pick up a win against them, but going 0-2 is like something we just have to accept and move on and prepare for the other matches that we have now. And it's just now that's more important to win because we're facing against lower ranked teams, so it should be easier to win and we have to pick up those.
Yeah, there's 2 things I want to touch on predominantly in this interview, and the first thing is that with the LEC being so hectic, teams are getting wins of everybody. Rogue and Mad Lions seem to be the only 2 that are consistent in their performance. For you as a player who has been around in the league for so long, is this an exciting time for you to see, or would you rather have that consistent performance from all the teams so you kind of know what to expect?
Well, it's definitely more fun, and I guess as a viewer as well, to see teams losing against each other and not like 3 teams dominating and just stomping everyone. It's a bit exciting to be able to pick up wins against anyone. I think the season being online has affected it a bunch. Like, I think it's a lot different, the games, from like how they usually are. And it's kind of a weird season, probably the weirdest one I've seen at least. So it's just exciting times.
Is there a way you still find to prepare, and especially with this online environment? Have you adapted your preparation to this online environment specifically, or is it just still measuring the potential skill of your opponent?
Well, I think playing online and playing on stage is really different, but you have to, I guess, for us at least, we're preparing the same as to if it was online, or on stage. And we just have game day routines, we go through everything, do the same stuff that we would have done in the studio, like our warm-ups, and it's just an environment that's totally different, but it's something you have to adapt to. Yeah.
How much different is it for you? Some teams like the Mad Lions, especially in the Summer Split, people are saying it, or in the Spring Split, excuse me, we're saying, they are not having to play on stage for these playoff matches, which takes off a lot of pressure. Is it for you still very different to play online? You've been around for so long, you have played on huge stages before. Is it very different for you?
Oh yeah, I think it's a lot different. I think for some players it really depends on what kind of person you are, because I think some players really thrive on the stage. They perform a lot better. I think they get into the game modus or game day modus a bit more. And for me, I would, of course, the situation is how it is. I can't change it, but it would be better for me at least to play on stage. I feel like it's a lot better, and I think it really kind of benefits right now the, I guess, underdog teams. So I think if the games were on stage, I could see them being, or the entire split being, a lot different, because I know it just feels really different. And I think I guess the top dog teams like G2 Fnatic and Origin, and maybe they would have performed different on stage because I don't know, they've been used to playing there so long. And I guess the new underdogs, the new rookies, they're used to playing online in the national leagues or whatever. So maybe it's a bit more comfortable for them and gives them advantage. I'm not sure.
Are you one of those players that really gets into the game day modus and thrives when you're in the studio and stuff like that?
I think so. I mean, I definitely feel better, and it feels a lot better to play on the stage. Winning. I think it's just for me a lot more comfortable, I guess, and I really like it.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Now, the second topic I want to touch on is your role on Excel Esports as one of the more veteran players, and also being a support player in this bot lane duo that is more seasoned than your mid lane and your top lane. Now, as a support player, in this meta at least, you have a lot of agency when it comes to roaming. You move over the map. Have you noticed that you need to take more charge as a support player this season, and especially with this roster?
Yeah, definitely. Coming into the season, I knew I was going to have a really important role and have one of the main ones, I guess. And it's been my focus to try to lead the guys and try to learn how to do it in a really good way. And I think I've become a little bit better at it, or a lot better. And I think it's been working out quite well. And it's something that I've been looking to do for a long time in my role. I think it's really important, and it's like the role that, with jungle is like the most. Like the role you have to do it with, and it's really good to have those skills and sets, and I think it comes well with our team.
Yeah, and up till, there have been metas where you could shine also as a support player, but at least now it is one of those metas. We see, for example, in Wukong or Pantheon, they are viable picks, and you can carry a game on that. Is that, did you, when you saw this meta emerge and form, did you think like, oh wow, now is my time?
Well, I think it depends. Like when there's like Senna, Wukong, etc. I think it's usually the Senna who is the support, and therefore he's the one doing the shot calling.
Yeah.
Like for me, I think for when I see it in mic checks and talk to other teams, the players, I think it's usually like the guy who's playing Senna is the one talking, because the other guy is focusing on farming. I guess he's the new ADC.
Yeah.
But it depends a lot, because like when you're playing a champion which has engaged, you're usually going to be talking a bit more, because you're the ones that are starting the fight. And you have like a bit more agency in the game, so of course it's a role you have to pick up and something you have to communicate and play around when you're playing those champions.
Was it easy for you to adapt to this new dynamic?
Oh yeah, we've been playing a bit of those and switching a bit around. I think me and Patrick are very like flexible. I think we can play both champions. We kind of arguing of who's playing what, and it's really fun. I really like it.
Yeah, you have a good bond with Patrick in the bot lane.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Is that something that needed to develop between you guys? You could say that many veterans, they've been in many teams and they know basically the drill. They know how it goes. Other times, you see people who you think, that you've been around for so long, communication should be easy. How is that between you and Patrick?
Yeah, I think we clicked pretty easily or pretty fast. I think already in the preseason we had a boot camp, and it came really fast together. I think we share the same values, and I think we're pretty much the same. We're on the same page always, and I think it's really easy to talk with him, and we're really honest with each other. So I think it was easy with him. Yeah,
makes a lot of sense that like if you have a lot of synergy, then it's just easier to execute your job, right? It's just so much easier. Finally, to round up the interview, Excel is now facing, as you said, weaker opponents, and this is really gonna matter for you guys. How are you gonna make sure that not only you, but as a veteran on this team, also the team players you have to carry with you are in the right mindset to be able to take down these opponents?
Yeah, I think it's really important that I'm on my A game. I have to step up and take practice as good as possible or as serious. I have to come into it every day by trying my hardest, and it's really important that I'm the one who's performing well. And I think I've been trying a lot to help the guys and try to give my, I guess, experience to them and try to help them a bit. And as well, we're still a team, they're helping me as well, and they're giving feedback, and I think we're working well together, and it's really coming along, and I feel like we have been improving a lot recently, and it's showing.
All right, man, I want to thank you very much for your time, and best of luck in the rest of the split as well.
Thank you.